If you're new here, we are a married couple who work as relationship coaches.
And today we're going to be reacting to some videos about dating and relationships. So we'll watch them together and then we will get our reactions to give you hopefully some dating and relationship advice.
The first video is a video that we saw from Taylor Swift.
Because I'm really a nice guy. There's nothing malicious about me, 0%, but I just do things differently than other people.
With my experience with like nice guys and not nice guys, the ones that are not nice are the ones who try to label themselves as a nice guy.
I'm not a nice guy though. No.
In the first 5 minutes.
Did I say I was a nice guy?
You just said it
No.
37 seconds ago.
Going straight into gaslighting.
Wild.
Yes.
That he did that so quickly.
Yeah, and I really do agree with what Taylor is saying in the situation, because a lot of the time when someone comes across or tells you that they are a nice guy, normally it's because there is something about their way of being that they haven't been able to get the connection that they want from either their status, their perceived status, or how they look. So then they compensate through nice guy behavior as a way to get the connection that they want. And a lot of the time, the behavior that they have, Dr. Robert Glover, he's the author of a book called No More Mr. Nice Guy. And I remember him being on a training of ours. I was in a program and he was a guest speaker. And he was talking about how nice guys have these, what is called a covert contract, which basically means there is this underlying agreement that they have that you don't know about, that they are doing something so they get something back in return. And it's not coming out of genuineness, right? It's like, I'm going to meet your needs, so then that way you meet my needs. But I haven't told you what my needs are, and if you don't meet those needs, then I'm gonna be angry at you. And you're gonna see the complete opposite of this nice guy persona that you see right now. So there are these covert contracts that normally comes out when someone has the nice guy syndrome, or someone is telling you that they're a nice guy.
Yeah, what I would say is that anytime someone says that they're a nice guy or they're a really good person or they hate drama,
Yes.
I'm just like, Usually the people who say they hate drama are the ones that are most dramatic.
Yeah.
And the thing is that something that we talk about and teach about is shadow work and understanding our shadow. And so even the guy, he said, I have zero malicious intent.
Yes.
You know, the reality is we're all human beings. We all get angry. We all act maliciously from time to time. And when you can't claim that and own that part of your shadow, then it comes out sideways, as we could see with Taylor just there saying, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So I just don't trust someone who says that they're one thing all the time. They're only good all the time. It's just like, no, you're not, because none of us are. Yeah.
So with that said, those are our thoughts. Let's get on to the next video.
Someone needs to let me know if I am the only one that has noticed that men are not like how they were when our parents were growing up. Like, I grew up, I don't know if it's because like the Italian values or what, like I grew up like the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. Like the man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. Like I feel like now it's so hard to find guys that like even just in general have drive in life. Like I feel like it's so different, and I don't know, like I personally never get approached. I never. Maybe something's wrong with me. I don't know. But like I feel like then like whenever I like talk about it, everyone's like, oh well, they want the girl to like go up to them. Like what? When did this change? When did this change? Because I want a man. I don't want to be the man. Someone come up to me. Anyways, I just feel like there's no manly men. I just don't think so. I think every guy I've met is like honestly super emotional. And that's fine. Like I'm all about feelings, whatever. Like I'm an emotional person. So like that's okay. But I feel like it's definitely like sometimes worse than girls. Like I'm not even kidding. Like it's crazy. Anyways, so if anyone knows if manly men still exist, let me know. Or if I'm the only one that thinks they don't. I don't know.
That is an interesting video, and what I will say on that is, when did it start? I would say a lot of it started when, during the Me Too movement, there was a significant impact that it had on women for sure, right? And also men, in terms of being able to approach another woman. Because when I hired one of my very first dating coaches, for those of you who don't know, I hired a dating coach because I really struggled with women growing up. And I hired a coach and he would take me out in public, he would take me out at clubs, and he would teach me, this is how you actually hold a conversation. This is how you flirt. This is how you approach women. And there was none of that, there was none of what she's speaking to going on back then, right? And what I found that there was a big impact in myself and also for a lot of men when this started to occur. There's lots of fear that was going on with men, which is why women in general have probably seen a big decline in men coming up to women, because there is that underlying fear going on now. So that's some of my thoughts so far. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, she touched on so many things in that video. I think that there, could be truth to less men being willing to go up to women, but I think for a lot of reasons, what you said, and I feel like we do live in a culture that really demonizes masculine energy.
Yes.
And so I think a lot of men are like, okay, I'm not going to do that then. And that's not all men, though. I think we get into really dangerous territory when we say that that's all men, because of course it's not. There's so many men who are in their healthy masculine, who are working to reclaim that healthy masculine energy. There's so many good men, but if you're in the mindset of there's no good men, then you won't find good men. Right? And something that we talk about when we coach women is actually how to create openings so that it's not just all up to men, come up to me, approach me, even though I look so unapproachable and I'm with a group of girlfriends. In reality, women need to create invitations for men to approach them, right? Like that could look like making eye contact or smiling at him, or even being the one to casually start a conversation by saying hi. If you know our story, I actually started the conversation with Matt initially on Instagram. And I think that there's something to be said of that too, right? Not just being like, it's all up to men and they're not manly if they don't approach me. It's like, well, how are you showing up? And are you in your feminine? And are you creating openings? And do you seem available, right? And are you receptive when a man comes up to you? Or are you mean?
Yes.
There's so many things that probably she could look at and take some personal responsibility for. And once she did, be able to actually find those men who are in their healthy masculine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of generalizations that she mentioned, and the interesting thing about confirmation bias is when the seconds that we create this meaning about men are like this, then our perception of reality will be distorted to conform to what it is that we believe. So there are probably all amazing men around her. I don't want to make an assumption. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. And at the same time, if that's the bias that she has based on her belief about men, then that's all it is that she is going to see, right? So it's also taking responsibility through looking at how can I create openings for more men to approach me, and at the same time, maybe there is some work there to change your relationship with men. Based on a lot of the things that how she was describing, I would suggest that it might be really helpful. And speaking of changing your relationship with men, if you are a single woman and you want to be able to meet, date, and learn how to create a healthy and loving relationship with your dream man, then we have an entire program that supports you with that. So we'll leave the link down below to our Frequency of Love program that teaches you everything that you need to know about that.
So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. We hope this video was really helpful for you today, and we'd love to hear in the comments below, what do you think about the videos we watched and what we said? Do you agree, disagree? What was your biggest takeaway? We would love to hear it all. So go ahead, leave a comment, click subscribe so you see the next video when it comes out, and we'll see you next time.